So here I am today with Glenn Gross, and he's like a trumpet player extraordinaire. Like, see there, it's a trumpet.
It's the trumpet. Oh, I can bring it up higher too.
Okay. So Glenn, tell me a little bit about your background.
All right, well, I've been playing trumpet ever since I was in school. I started way back in 5th grade, and at one time I was 44th trumpet out of 44 trumpets in summer band camp.
Oh, dear.
And it was at the College of William and Mary summer band camp. But I got excited and I started practicing, and a few years later I was first chair in the same organization. And then when I went to high school, my band director, D. Keith Miller, at Lafayette High School in Williamsburg, Virginia, he was a drummer, a jazz drummer, and he knew he was going to lose his star trumpet player, so he came to the practice room, and I was in the practice room, and he said, how'd you like to take lessons? So he turned me on to a friend of his, and I started taking lessons, and I was 13th trumpet out of 13 trumpets as a freshman in high school, but by Christmas I was second chair. I beat out one of the seniors, so he really inspired me, and I also played in the jazz band. And one thing led to another. I ended up playing with Clark Terry when I was finishing high school at Los Alamos High.
Nice. Under
Jan McDonald, who was a trumpet teacher, band director. So my teachers inspired me a lot. That was a big part of me getting into jazz too.
And so then you also have some classical background as well, right?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I played classical first, and I ended up going to Swarthmore College, and second semester I won the concerto competition as a freshman playing the Aratunian trumpet concerto, so I got to perform that with the Swarthmore College Orchestra, which was a great thrill. My parents came to hear it. They're both Swarthmore graduates, and it was exciting for me. And then I dropped out of school and just played jazz for a number of years, rode my motorcycle all over the place.
Really?
Yes. And then after that, I became a racetrack bugler. I was a racetrack bugler in a town that we both know about, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Albuquerque.
Yes, I made the
Albuquerque
I made the front page of the morning paper, the evening paper, and the news. They interviewed me about playing the Star Spangled Banner, and I said, what I want people to think about when I play the Star Spangled Banner is freedom, because that's what America stands for.
We have an excellent trumpet soloist here today to join us. Mr. Glenn Gross will be playing for us today. The trumpet. Hold on to your hats.
Some time in Haiti?
Yes, I did. I had the opportunity to go teach in Haiti. Janet Anthony interviewed me, and they ended up supporting me to go teach at 3 music camps in Haiti. And when I was in Jacmel over a beer, Janet dared me to write a cello quartet. Ooh. And you know, those prestige beers are really good. They're wonderful if you're ever in Haiti. So I had to do it, and they premiered it in Jacmel, and I got a standing ovation. It was real exciting. And then
What are some some other highlights of your career?
Oh yeah, so one of the things I decided to do, my mom offered to put me through school. She wanted me to finish my degree, so I came to Tucson and lived with her for 6 years. And during that time, I became a music major, and I got to tour China twice. In 2010 and in 2013, we did 15 concerts in 15 different cities in China. Jeff Haskell wrote the show.
With the university?
Exactly, with the University of Arizona Jazz Band, also known as the Sassy Jazz Orchestra when we went to China. And we also went to Sydney, Australia, and I got to premiere a piece at the Sydney Conservatory of Music act for Andrea Giaffretti, who was playing there for International Trumpet Guild 2010. So I just had so many good experiences going back to school, and I met a lot of wonderful people, and it's just been a great thing for me playing music. It's a way to meet people and connect with a lot of people.
So what do you see going forward for Glendon Gross?
Well, going forward is exciting to me. I'm not sure exactly where I'll be, but I've started this movement called Music for World Peace, because we really need to have a more peaceful mindset, and that's the kind of music that attracts me these days, is music that kind of puts you at ease. Jazz is creative, and here at Brother John's we try to create a welcoming atmosphere for people that want to play. So Music for World Peace is something I'm really concerned about, and I'll probably do some more traveling. I hope to go to Europe and tour Europe at some point. I also play in the Sierra Vista Symphony, third chair, and the Tucson Pops Orchestra, second chair. So I had the opportunity to play several Harry James solos with the Tucson Pops, and that was a great experience too.
Nice. Oh, perfect. Oh, those sounds like wonderful goals, wonderful dreams, being able to go to Europe again and then play in all these different organizations. Tell me some of the other bands that you play with in town.
Sure. So I play with my own groups, the group called the Glen Gross Quartet, the Glen Gross Quintet. We play various places, and right now I'm with Phil Davis Jazz Session, and on the second Tuesday of every month I play with my own group, Glen Gross Trio, at the Royal Sun, and we try to encourage poets and artists to come in, singers, musicians. We want to create a creative atmosphere similar to what they had during the Beat generation. You know, the Beat poets had rhythm to what they said, and they were able to do social commentary, social criticism in a welcoming, creative environment. So that's what we shoot for when I do these kind of open gigs like we're doing with the Glen Gross Trio. Oh, I also play with George Howard. George Howard and the I think he calls it the Road Hounds. but George is a wonderful Motown cover artist, and he does a lot of great material, and he uses some singers that are called the Heat Waves, and they do Martha Reeves and the Vandellas covers. Then also I play with Joshua Rhodes in a group called Duo Vibrato. We're at Hacienda del Sol on the first Friday of every month, and we're going to be playing. We play a lot for special events for the law school, Sandra Day O'Connor Law School. We play their graduation ceremonies. And Josh is an amazing guitar player. He plays classical styles, he plays jazz and blues and electric fusion, and he writes originals. And the two of us uses a looper, and we play all over the place. So
tell me what your website is called.
My website is actually not very much related to my trumpet. It's clones.net, clones.net. But the way to learn what I'm doing is probably through my Facebook. If you add me as a friend on Facebook, Glendon Gross, GLENDONGROSS, that's one way. I also have Glen Gross Quartet.bandcamp.com, where you can download music, listen to tracks that I've released. And if you search on iTunes for Glen Gross Quartet, we've got some things released on iTunes as well. And YouTube, yes. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Glendon144, where you can hear Tess Redmoon on the flute.
I know.
Tess is a wonderful musician herself, and we just finished playing over here at Brother John's. We had some wonderful sounds just now.
It was really fun.
It was very enjoyable.
This is always such a pleasure for me. Coming here to Tucson, moving here recently, and being welcomed so much here has been just really, really an honor.
Well, Tess, you're a valuable member of our community. You're the kind of person we really need here in Tucson, and actually in other cities. We need people with your welcoming, loving, supportive attitude, and these videos that you do to support local musicians are a big asset.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. And go get his t-shirt too. We'll link it to the t-shirt as well.
Oh, fantastic. Yes.
All right.